Good evening. I do apologise for the lateness of the stream. But welcome. Here we are, wet Suzuka. Yeah, round 2 of the the AXRL Double Trouble off-season, or mid-season, I guess you'd call it, off-season race series. So we've got the M2s and the GT2s battling it out on track. This week we are at Suzuka, which is exceptionally wet, judging by the images we've got here. And we're following Wolfgang here. So this is free practice 2. Because it's a sprint race, or sprint races, there are 2 free practices, 2 qualies, and then 2 races. Each race will be 25 minutes long each. Sorry, 20 minutes each, I lie. And as you can see, it is wet and it is not looking like it is going to let up at all, because the next 15 minutes, 5 minutes and 15 minutes are pretty heavy rain by the looks of it. So we've just got Wolf down here doing a few laps, probably trying to get those tyres nice and warm and try and staying on track. Haven't seen too many coming off. Here we've got Mr. Scary or Scary, I do apologise, but as you can see the field is mainly BMWs this week. Interesting, don't know why that is, but maybe the slower car's better on a wet track, I don't know. I'm generally just slow at every track, so there's that. Mr. Scary, so as we can see from the timing here, we've got Mr. Hudson is fastest in the GT2s, in the KTM in a 2:15.9, and then we're down to Evil, he's 12 seconds behind there. Maybe we can get an actual idea of what he's actually doing. So a 2:15 versus a 2:28. So you're looking at about a 13-second gap between the GT2s and the M2s. So that's a pretty decent gap, 13 seconds. Interesting. So who else have we got here? Let's have a look at now. I do remember last week, Cthulhu and Mr. Shamian Shamozzle were having pretty good battles last week. Pretty much the whole race they were at each other's throats, which was pretty awesome to watch. But we are on board with Cthulhu for an interesting lap. A bit of a dirty front there. Don't know if he's more than likely come off the track at some point, but I guess that's to be expected on a track that's as wet as this. So he's kind of just sort of getting into the 3rd sector here, I think. I don't know this track very well. I'm probably the last person that should be doing any broadcasting of any racing. Alright, Cthulhu's given up the ghost, so is Evil. Still got Wooly out on track, he's in the BMW, he's in the Iron Man inspired livery there, and he is 2 tenths up. So he's absolutely thrashing it. He is absolutely thrashing it. Let him go. Apologies, I should have turned my notifications off. I do apologise. So, Wooly, he's now nearly 4 tenths up. Look at him go. Is he going to be setting a pole setter? A pole setter, maybe? Let's see, here he goes. Coming up to this corner, which I think goes left. And then he's going to be coming around the next corner here, which is also going left, and then onto the straight up the hill. and he is now almost half a second up. So his best so far in his last, well, his best in his last is basically a 2 minute 30, give or take a few tenths. And this lap though, 4 tenths up, he's absolutely throwing it through there. Look at him go. Yeah, he's coming up to a pretty tricky bit here. How's he going to handle this? Right down through the chicane and then around onto the front straight, and he's validated. It's a shame, mate, because you were on a bloody flyer there. That is unfortunate. And that would have been a 2:29.9, so, you know, that is a bit of a bummer. Right, what's Mustard up to? Also another BMW. Number 277. Purple and gold. I don't know, is this the middle sector or the line? Maybe the middle sector, I guess, where the crossover is. And he's invalidating. A lot of these drivers are invalidating. I can imagine it's due to the conditions. Not so much driver skill, but more than likely the conditions, because they are pretty shocking, to be honest. And you know, I absolutely despise driving in the wet, but that's just me. Some people love it, I don't. Okay, let's see if we can find, here we go, Mr. Shamian. You will notice, obviously, there's quite a few Beamers out and about. As we said at the beginning, he's on a 7 minute lap, so might not be setting pole, but that's okay. Hey, at least he's on track, you know? At least he's on track doing it. So, I mean, a 7.5 minute lap isn't exactly, I don't know, words escape me. Wow, that was quite bad. What happened there? I wonder if we can lap. So,
just have a quick replay of that. Let's just see what happens here.
Setting pole.
What happened
okay,
here, mate?
Hey, at least he's on
a little
track,
bit too much gas, perhaps.
At least he's on track doing it. Or was it deliberate? I mean, a 7.5 minute lap.
He's coming down here, and then yeah, just
that looks deliberate to me.
That was quite
that
bad.
Looks
What
pretty
happened there?
deliberate to me. All right, here we are back live images of a lot of people in the pits actually. Tulu, he's about to head on out in his rally car by the looks of it. Got a bit of a squirrely, or is he just showing off? Is that slide just showing off? Holy. Okay. Next. Yeah, we're obviously going to see that there are quite a few. Oh man, look at all this. All these drivers are having a bit of an issue here. They're all getting a little bit squirrely and off the track instantly. G'day boys in the chat, Mr. Shamian, Mr. Hudson. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. I will do my best. T1 is horrendous. Yes, it looks like it. Sorry, I just got the screen on the pause button there. So if we have a bit of a squiz at our timetables here, because there's only 1 second left. Now we're straight to qualifying. So this is qualifying. I think we do one qualifying and then the second qualifying, if I'm correct. So all the boys are going to shoot out now. Now there is a protocol. So the first 8 minutes are for the GT2 drivers, and then the second 8 minutes will be for the M2 drivers. So let's see if we can. We've got so many BMWs. Okay, here we go. Mr. R. Scott, look at that. So everyone will be doing their outlap, getting their tyres up to temp, if that's even possible. In these conditions, I'm sure they are. I'm pretty sure the optimum temperature for tyres in the wet is about 30 degrees, 30, 31 degrees. for most cars. Maybe it's all cars. I don't know. This game's what, 10 years old, is it? It's a few years old, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that 30-degree target is best for tyres. So we'll see how Mr. R. Scott does on his outlap. Slightly out of bounds there, mate. That's right though. So here he comes down into the hairpin. Make it. Jeez, it just looks so slippery. Maybe once the race gets going, then maybe a dry line develop, but I mean, it is just absolutely raining cats and dogs out there tonight. Or this afternoon, I should say. I mean, it's only 12 o'clock in the afternoon, only just gone 12. Yeah, so we're looking pretty slippery. It's coming around up the hill. So this is, I guess this is the final sector. Third sector, fourth sector. I don't know how many sectors are on this track. I'm uneducated in terms of tracks in this game. I just try and stay on the black stuff, which a lot of these drivers are struggling to do, it would seem. Here he comes down to the chicane. And then he will start his flying lap. Who else have we got here? Zaki MP3. What's he up to? He is just behind, it would seem, Mr. R. Scott. So he is going to be starting his flying lap as well. And then, of course, once we get our time starting to come in, we will be able to see just how the field is going to play out with the GT2 class, which is what these guys are in. The GT2s, the BMW M2s, they will have the last 8 minutes of this qualifying. I think it's going to go into the second qualifying, if I'm not wrong. It goes so quali 1 and then quali 2, and then you have race 1 and you have race 2. So, and we will see if we can't get a few drivers on the stream, get their thoughts. I will be honest, the Xbox app on PC is not wanting to play that well tonight, but we will still give it a go. Here's Mr. 03 Hudson getting it on the grass, and just all looks so squirrely out of that hairpin. Trying to get the power down in the wet there, just a nightmare. Keep it on the black stuff. It's pretty quick though. It is an invalid lap, but he's still looking pretty quick. For the conditions anyway. I mean, if these guys are doing 100 something laps in the wet, I hate to think about what they're doing in the dry. Certainly away above my pay grade, that's for sure. So here comes Hudson. He's coming through. He's coming down to the chicane. Another track that I actually know. Probably should know. Oh, a little bit on the nose there, mate, with that track limits. Picked up a little bit of a ping there, mate. So he's going to come through at a 2:19. Okay, so he was 17 seconds up on his previous lap, but obviously it was invalid, so it's not going to do him any favours. Who else we got? Mr. Ace Wolf. Mr. Ace Wolf on track here. So he is coming to the end of his flying lap. Look at that, he's 19 seconds up. Is he going to be the first to actually post a valid qualifying lap? So these guys have got about a minute and a half left, so they may, depending on where they are on track, get an extra lap. But that is going to set Mr. Ace Wolf pole position for race 1, provisional, obviously. We haven't finished yet, we've still got a wee way to go. Well done, Mr. Ace Wolf. Now here we go, Mr. AXRL Season 17 champion himself, Mr. Sly Viscio. Sid Vicious. That'll work. And his purple, black, and gold number. He is obviously, as you can see in the top left, red numbers mean that he's on an invalid lap. So somewhere along the line, he has gone out of bounds. And so once that timer in the on the top of your screen there, that little timer there, once it gets to 8 minutes, then all the M2 drivers are allowed to get out on track. If these guys are still on a flying lap, they are allowed to complete their flying lap, but they must come in after that. So this could be very much his final lap. No, he will get another lap if he's lucky. Maybe not. It's invalid, so it's not really going to help him that much. Oh, look at this. So it's invalid, so what's he going to cross the line at? He's third at the moment, and he will stay third. Now, I know, I'm an absolute mathematical genius. He's obviously got another 45 seconds, doesn't he? Has it got to 8 minutes? It's got to 9 minutes. Hey, you have not got a professional behind the scenes here tonight, boys. You have got someone that doesn't even know what 8 minutes looks like. So he's obviously got 30 seconds left to go. He is on a valid lap. I think we might follow him for this lap and see how he goes. I'm going to see if we can jump on board for this lap, actually. So let me just dial the sound back a little bit, because unfortunately we have a very loud onboard camera, unfortunately, but that's okay. We're on with Sly, and he is struggling. Look at that wheel work. So 8 seconds up. So now the M2 drivers will be coming out. Now they'll be coming out. But he's allowed to obviously finish his flying lap. So now's his chance to post a valid lap while the M2 boys get their outlaps done. As you can see on the little map on the left of the screen there, Mr. Wolfgang seems to be leading the pack. I meant to say the pun is what I'm trying to say. Yes, Hudson, you were just on the limit there, mate. But your mate here, Mr. Sly Fox, he is coming up to what should be a fast corner, but isn't really. And now he's coming up to the chicane, come out onto the front straight, and if he keeps it, he will be setting a valid lap. And it's going to tell us exactly where he is going to start. He's fourth currently, and he is going to go second. Well done, Mr. Sly. Well done. Well done, that man. So let's. So we've got the M2's seat now. Can you just? Thank you. Right, Mr. Gardner. I need a new tree. What have you got for me? He was close. He was very, very close. If we have a quick scoot at the timetable here, and we have a look at our times. So 1.6 in it between Mr. Hudson, who ended up pole. Well done. Well done on that one. And Mr. Sly Vicio, second. So while the M2 boys are out and about, let's see who we got here. Let's see if we can maybe drag Mr. Sly, have a bit of a chat to him about that lap there, while we watch some of these boys do their worst. Let's see if we can. Right, so we've got a few boys in the chat here. Let's just jump on and see what results we get. So we're jumping into, let's see what we've got here. See if it actually works. Please work. Here we go. So we've got Mr. Slivisio here, second overall. Yeah, that was pretty tight, mate. 1.6 seconds off pole though. Mr. Hudson just pipped you there. I mean, we've been watching here, mate. It looks pretty slippery out there. How's it feeling? Are your tyres actually getting up to temp, or what's going on?
The tyres are getting up to temp, but it's like driving on an ice rink.
Yeah, that's what it looks like basically, especially at the end of that free practice too, when everybody was going into the barrier, yourself included. How are you feeling for the race? Confident?
I'm going to add the center Hudson into turn 1.
Oh, right, okay. Let's hope Mr. Hudson isn't watching the stream. Oh, hang on, there he is. No, awesome, mate. Hey, we're going to jump out now because this app is absolutely being a nightmare tonight. But I appreciate the time. I will be back, more than likely. Because I can see there's a few of you in here that might have a few words to say at the end of tonight. So I will leave you to it. Good luck, boys, and I will talk to you later.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See you, boys.
Bye. See ya.
All right, Mr. Slivisio, second. Second, I guess overall and in class so far. So we've got Gardner here. He is currently 10th. How are we? Have we got some times from these boys? So far we've got Wolfdan, who's set the first time at a 2:34. And now all the other boys will be back behind him, obviously, trying to set some times. Wooly up into provisional pole for the M2 drivers. Alright, so Mr. Gardner is still working his way around the track there. Let's see if we can find something else on track. Now, I have to be honest, the driver selection method is relatively rudimentary and quite ugly to use. It just jumps, I don't know how many drivers at a time, but we will do our best. So we've got we've got Shamian here, Mr. Hudson not obviously watching. So Sly better just center it and center it good if he's gonna. He's probably only gonna get one shot at that. So Mr. Shamian, he is doing pretty well. So I don't know what the speed differential is between the GT2 and the M2. I mean, I'm gonna just hazard a guess at like 60 kilometers an hour. Because when these guys are racing with the GT2s around them, they look slow. They honestly look slow, but they're obviously not that slow. I mean, what are they, 13 seconds off the pace of the GT2s? Anyway, we've got Mr. Shamian here, and he is on a I was going to say flyer. I mean, he is kind of on a flyer, but it's invalid, so that's a bit of a shame there, mate. That is a real bummer. Is he slowing down? Maybe he has given up. No, he hasn't given up the ghost. He's probably been blue flagged, maybe. I don't think there's blue flags in qualifying, but yeah, he's obviously let a couple of drivers through. Mr. Adept Loser, he's let him through in his white BMW with blue wheels. Lovely. So, Shamian's car, this livery kind of reminds me of one of those golden tree frogs that they have over in Oz, you know, with the gold tummy and the green on top. Oops, my bad. So Shamian would have done a 2:35.2. Mustard with a 2:29.02. Now we have Mr. Cthulhu, who was Shamian's nemesis last race. And we'll see how he's going. He is on a valid lap. He's 13 seconds up. No, 13 seconds down. 14 seconds. See, I can't work that out. So qualifying 1 will be is finished. So we will keep Cthulhu on in the background while we have a squiz at the timetable here. So for race 1, we're going to have Hudson, followed by Sly, followed by Ace Wolf, followed by Saki MP3, and that is your your GT2 grid. GG's Hudson on pole position, nice one, mate. And then for your M2s, we are going to have Evil as your pole sitter. Well done, mate. Mustard coming in second, and Adept in third. So look at the difference between Adept and Mustard. Not much in it. Then we've got Cthulhu, Wooly, Ginger Geo, Scary, Wolfdan, Mr. Gardner 77, Shamian with no time, and R. Scott with no time, and Luke with no time. So R. Scott obviously here in the GT2 class didn't set a time. So it looks like, from what I can see in the timetables here, if you look there, free practice 1, free practice 2, qualifying, then we have the race, which is 20 minutes, and then we have qualifying 2, and then we're going to have a race 2. So let's jump on board with Hudson, who's obviously going to be who obviously is pole sitter for race 1. And I can just see Mr. Sly Vicio in the chat. There is going to be some amazing action. Well, as you said, when we've got you on record saying that you are going to Senna. Still got 15 seconds of qualifying. But you are obviously going to send out Mr. Hudson straight into the... Well, you didn't say where, you just said that you would. So we will watch that. Right, qualifying done. Well done. Here's our grid, boys. Mr. 03 Hudson, well done. Pole getter / sitter, 217.145. Mr. Sly Vicio, 1.6 seconds behind there. Mr. Ace Wolf in third. Saki MP3 in fourth. That rounds out your GT2 grid, pretty much. And then we've got Evil, well done, mate, on that pole position. And then we've got Mr. Mustard, Adept Loser, Chulu, Wooly, Ginger Geo, Mr. Scary, Wolfdan, Gardner, Mr. Shamian, Mr. Roger Scott, and Use the Force Luke, rounding out the grid. So we will wait for our cue to drive, and then we will be racing for race 1 at an extremely wet Suzuka. 26-degree track temperature is it is what it is. Air temperature is 22. Track is obviously wet. Rain. It is going to be an interesting one. So let's settle in for race 1 with our grid of 16. Well done, boys, being on track. You guys are on track. We might see if we can't scooch into someone else during the race. We might even jump on with Mr. Shamian, perhaps. Got to see who I've got. Okay, so we're waiting for... we don't have a timetable because the race hasn't started. You dummy. Right, here we go. Let's drive. So they're obviously going to have a very short formation lap. And we will follow Mr. Hudson with Senna Sly behind him. And it is going to be an absolute banger. maybe quite literally. Good luck, drivers. Here we go. So Hudson's going to lead them out. Jeez, man. Squirrely AF on this wet track. And they're all going to have, obviously, cold tyres. Oh, look. They're all going to have very cold tyres. Bring our volume up slightly. Oh, Mr. Slide. What happened there, mate? Hey. Oh, they're doing a full formation lap. Okay. Here we go. Let's just have a. Hudson's going to lead them out. Just have a quick look at how things started. It was certainly very interesting on this wet track, and they're all going to have obviously relatively normal. Oh, look. All going to have very cold tyres. Do you know what I keep forgetting to do? I keep forgetting to change the seat. That's what I keep forgetting to do. Here we go. See? So here we go. Going to lead them out. Okay, my bad. My bad. Amateur streamer alert. Amateur streamer alert. I'm sorry. AF on this wet track. So this is the replay of the start. So we will have a quick look at that because there's not much going on. So they're doing a full formation lap, which is a full lap of the track. Bring out. Yeah, look at the state of this. Oh, Mr. Slide video. Not quite. Here we go. Able to hang on there. So here we are back to live images. So as you can see on the little track map on the left hand side of your screen there. We are coming up to the hairpin. Is anything going to happen here? I couldn't tell you. Did I just see someone there? I think I did. Someone come unstuck. There's someone on the grass here at the back of that hairpin. Oh, is it? It might be Cthulhu. What is going on here, boys? Very interesting. Sly taking the exit route, depending on where you're from. Obviously can't gain anything, and you'd more than likely get a penalty in the race for that. So he needs to just watch it. But here's a pretty cheeky one there. Looks like we've got Mr. Wolfgang. It's there. So they've still got a wee way to go here. Let's just see if we can quickly. Oh, I really don't want to. Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back to Hudson. Actually, maybe. See, I can't return to garage. I just have to keep on going. Oh, there we go. There's our timing. Thank you. Okay, that was bugged out slightly. Not a problem. Right, here we go. So 1:10 in the afternoon, about an hour after quali, and we are about to keep going. So as you can see on your little track map there on the left of the screen, Mr. 03 Hudson took it out. A PlayStation player, no less. Here we go. We've been asked to go into double file now. No more tyre warming, no more brake warming, no more swerving. Just get into your grid position, please. There's a couple of drivers late. Not sure why that is. Maybe I'm not sure. Here we go. So coming up to the line, and here we go. The lights are red. You can see the lights there. Green. Here we go. So Mr. Hudson, is he going to get centered into T1 by Mr. Slivicio? They come up to T1. It's all looking very gentlemanly through there. Wolfdan with a stop and go 30 straight off the bat. Mr. Hudson leading them through the S's here. Mr. Slivicio and his centre techniques not quite doing him any favours at the start of this race. All looking very well behaved, I have to say, through this first sector of the track. Very well behaved. Can't see any more yellow dots yet because nobody has come unstuck so far. They're kind of pushing there. Here they come up to the hairpin. These are quite nice corners actually. Full throttle and then hard on the brakes. Up to the hairpin, down into probably second gear, maybe first, and then up and around. I don't know this corner's name, but it's another full throttler. So you can see there's a little bit of wind there too, actually. And then hard on the brakes again, and then into this sort of double apex left-hander onto the straight up the hill. Hudson still leading. Mr. Slivicio is fallen by the wayside slightly. He's a second behind when they come up here, and then I think this corner's called, I don't actually know, but generally in the wet you can hit that full throttle. These guys might be lifting to get around that corner in the wet. Remember, they've got wet tyres. They've got dry. Mate, wake up. They've got cold tyres is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, here we come down onto the front straight for the first lap. So that took about 2.5 minutes. There you go, 2:19 for Hudson. Nice one, mate. Fastest lap of the race, which is probably guaranteed if you're leading. Not to take anything away from him in his fastest lap, but it's kind of common sense to me. Alright, so let's have a look at what's going on back here. So we've got Saki and Ace Wolf here. These two boys. Looks like they're having a little bit of battle on back two. Why not? Ace Wolf just trying to keep it under control around every corner. Saki looking pretty in control actually. Ace Wolf's a little bit squirrely on most corner exits. Saki just looks pretty planted actually. Not bad. Coming through the Mr. Ace Wolf. Did he lose it? He did. Oh no, I lie. He's kept it. He's kept his place. So look here, they are coming around to the hairpin. Is he going to make a dive? He is. Are they going to have contact? Don't do it. Oh, a slight bit of contact there. And Saki makes the move. Bloody makes it stick. Oh no! But he hits the grass though. Does he keep it? Yes, he does. Let's see what happens when they come up to... something tells me this is called Spoon, this corner. I'm not sure. I think it's called Spoon. I've heard that word thrown around a lot of this track. Yeah, they are absolutely pushing. Pushing. Let's see if we can get a replay of that for Mr. Ace Wolf. Overtake here. So obviously didn't quite make it stick there. But as they were coming up to the hairpin, he definitely made it stick. So look here, they braked slightly a bit earlier and made it make a dive. He is. Turn around there. Around the hairpin and then there makes it stick. Although he did hit the grass on the way, and Saki makes the move around the corner here. Back to live pictures, and he's still in front by 0.8 of a second, so he's not exactly pulling away. Ace Wolf 2 seconds behind in his lap time. So we've got Mr. R. Scott here. He is in a sea of M2s, and he is trying to make his way through these M2 drivers here. He's probably going to have a pretty good run on them on the straight here with the speed difference. We'll probably get a good visual example of that actually. Into T1. Coming around into T1 here. He's right behind Cthulhu. Whoa! Keep it together. Oh no! Oh dear. He's probably going to have a pretty good run on them on the straight. He was making it work and then he just lost it. Just lost it. Watch the rejoin. Watch the rejoin, please. T1. So as you can see here, he was doing a pretty good job of getting past these boys, and then just on the exit here, he just hit the grass, and then poor old Adept, eh? Just an absolute bystander. Yeah, he's probably going to have a pretty good run. Gone. Right. So, Mr. R. Scott will have some damage after that, definitely. It may not be too severe, but Adept Loser, he is more than likely going to have. Yeah, you can see there, he's got an absolute. That's unfortunate, mate. It just happens in the wet, I suppose. So we'll see if Adept goes for that, mate. He may hit for damage, he may not. There is no mandatory pick in this race. Oh, hello, who's this here? It was Mr. Gardner, I think it was. That's scary. Uh-oh. It would look like Mr. R. Scott is not faring too well after that incident. I would say Adept Loser though, still pushing on. Still getting around, so he's coming up to the I almost got spoon corner. I'm going to sound like I know what I'm saying. Around he goes, and he is going to be off up the hill. What has happened to Mr. R. Scott here? Because he was very slow. We could see his loser. Aston, he was very slow. Maybe he was redressing, maybe. Could have been redressing after the incident. Not sure. But that would be a very good gesture if he was. As unfortunate as that accident was, you know, a redressal can go a long way in helping you not look like a dickhead. Basically, Mr. Acewolf doing a bit of drifting in the wet. So, how are we looking here? Mr. Hudson, still in first. Oh, he's got a pretty decent gap, 3.5 second gap on Mr. Sly Vicio, or Senna Vicio, I should say. Doing bloody good, actually. Well done, mate. Let's see here. Who should we get a bit of a word from? Let's have a look here. So we've got Sly, here he is. So he's with his laps at the moment. Here we go, Mr. Shamian. He is in 10th place in his Golden Tree Frog livery. It's not Golden Tree Frog, I'm just saying that. I don't think that was the inspiration behind it, to be honest. What are we? We're about halfway through the race. We should get a bit of a word in with Mr. Shamian. Could be the go. Just trying to get all my little windows lined up here because it's a bit of a challenge here to get everything fitting in my windows so I can see you boys in the chat there. And then I can also try and put up one of these boys over here. I think it's Mr. Shamian. He is nearly a 10th up. What's he doing? 231s. 231s. That is that's pretty decent for a very challenging M2 is the word we will use.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
M2. Sly. So, Mr. Acewolf Hudson, he is still in first place after the hairpin, and he has. So his last lap was the fastest lap of the race so far. Well done, mate. And the KTM of all things. Unbelievable. Mr. Saki, he's in third, followed by Acewolf. Mr. R. Scott, who we think made a redressal a couple of laps ago after his incident with Mr. Adept Loser. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that was why he was going so slow, because he seemed to catch up pretty quick. Here we go, Mr. Luke, a young man we haven't seen from this race so far, and he is in 12th position overall, and he is in a very bright livery. Not hard to spot that at M2 at all. And the 444 high velocity highlighter yellow and pink, almost 80s zinc coloured M2 there. What's he doing? He's doing so his best, interesting, his best was a 241, his last was a 232, which leads me to believe that that was an invalid lap, because otherwise that would have been his best, wouldn't it? And he's obviously got Mr. Scary 68 right in front of him there, and Debt Loser there. Wasn't able to see whether a Debt Loser used the pits or not, unfortunately. It does look like Mr. Wolfdan is in the pits at the moment. We'll see how Luke goes around here up to the hairpin. Oh, Mr. Scary, he is becoming a bit of a cropper there, but he's able to stay ahead just a second ahead. Doing well, right, let's see. Who's that we have there? Mr. Wolfdan. Wolfdan's in the pits as well. Just trying to get this thing. Sorry if I'm giving you a seizure. I don't mean to. There's Mr. Cthulhu just drifting as he does. Mr. Evil. Here he is. Evil. In the red and black. And Trickcher with a bit of light blue there. M2, he is doing around about 227s, 228s, 228 laps. It's pretty good there. It's a shame here. Shall we have a chat? Shall we see if we can get the golden bell frog to give us a bit of a what's up? Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can get Mr. Shamian on the line here. Are you there, Mr. Shamian? I am in the party.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Mr. Shamian, how are you doing there down in 10th place? I say down in 10th place, but you know what I mean. Doing well in 10th place.
Yeah, having great fun trying to control the M2 around the slippery circuit, but we're doing good.
Yeah.
Currently about to lap Gardner of 15. So.
Yeah, I've noticed your 888 Golden Bellfrog seems to be lapping quite well. It didn't look too flash in the free practice, but it's looking pretty good in race one with 6 minutes to go.
This is a Yoda inspired livery.
Oh, my bad.
May the force not be with you, clearly.
I do apologise for the incorrect assumption of your livery inspiration.
Thank you. I do appreciate the apology.
Yeah, good at liveries. I am not.
Go fast. I do not.
Yeah, not in these cars, but that's okay because they seem to be pretty well controlled in this race, though. So far.
I'm surprised it was as clean as it was at the start.
It was a very clean start,
there'll be more
actually.
carnage.
Well, after Mr. Sly said that he was going to center right into Hudson on T1, which never actually eventuated, I thought there was going to be a whole lot of carnage, but there obviously wasn't. So that's good, because then that means that we get a good race to watch.
Absolutely. Hopefully we're putting on a nice show.
Definitely, very much so.
On my own. Doing nothing.
Well, I mean, you've got Mr. I think it's been Mr. Gardner that's behind you there. He's all these very bright liveries make it a bit of a joy to watch, actually. In the grey drab Suzuka in the wet. No, awesome. Well, hey, you've got just over 4.5 minutes to go for race one, and then we're into quali 2. So I'm going to leave you and your Golden Bellfrog livery to finish the race.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hopefully we get to chat again in race 2.
Well, we'll see if you're doing any better or worse, and I'll decide then. How about that?
Oh, wonderful. All right, perfect.
All right, mate.
See you, Bob.
See you, mate. Excellent. Mr. Shamian there in his, obviously, I was incorrect, in his Yoda-inspired livery. I still think it looks like a golden bell frog, but Yoda-inspired, so do or do must. He is sitting pretty comfortably in 10th there. Well, here we go. We've got Mr. Cthulhu and Mr. Mustard here having a bit of a battle with, I think there was Wooly in the background there, not having a flash. Go and whatever the quarter was. Let's switch these guys for a little bit, shall we? Because it's looking pretty icy. 3.5 minutes to go. No one, I think, has pitted deliberately for fuel tyres. I mean, it's a 20-minute race, so you can probably, you can definitely do it on fuel. With how wet it is, might be waiting for one set of tyres as well. There is no mandatory stop this race. For the next race, generally races that are only 20 minutes long, you don't get don't have a mandatory pit. It's just how they run things here. Oh, hello, Mr. Wolf down there. With how wet it is, can we find Wolf Dan? He is unfortunately stopped there. We didn't really get a good view of what happened. I think he's just, he may have just hit the grass, or he's hit just how they run things here. Something. But you can see him just flash across the screen there. So he may have just hit a bit of standing water or some grass. He is unfortunately stopped there on the side of the track, 2 minutes to go, causing a yellow flag, which all the other drivers will have to be aware of. Good man, he's just waiting. Look at the state of that BMW. Oh, Mr. Wolf down there is very unfortunate. That sucks, mate. Oh, hey, at least she's driving. And you are very close to... Oh, okay. You are close to the pits, but you're not going to go from the pits. All right, then. Leaders on the final lap, as you just saw a little notification there. So Mr. Hudson has just passed the start-finish line. So he has literally started his last lap now. Because he's going to probably finish his lap before the timer runs out. He is obviously in a little bit of traffic here, Mr. Scary. And he's giving him some space. Nice one. Good blue flag driver. I know I have extensive knowledge about blue flag driving, being passed, I mean, not passing people, being the blue flag driver. Sometimes it can be a little bit hairy, trying to make space for the faster drivers. Especially with the speed differential like this that we have here. As you can see in your top left there, that purple number, that is the fastest lap of the race going to Mr. Hudson. Mr. 03 Hudson, well done, mate. You see everyone, maybe the tyres are starting to go now. I don't know, 20 minutes, are your tyres starting to go? Not sure, but there's a few drivers there having a few issues. Mr. Hudson himself there having some issues. So now they come around the sweeping left-handed to go back up the hill. And they have a kind of a, I don't know, call it a sweeper, I don't know, sweeper to the left. They come around here and he is in his third sector and he will be coming through and he is more than likely comfortably going to take the win. Let's not, commentate curse this poor fella, but he's 5.5 seconds up on the slide SEO, so he can make around this corner without doing anything stupid. Get on the straight. All you have to do is drive in a straight line. There he is, Mr. Hudson. Well done, mate. What a win.
Finished the race.
Awesome.
flashing lights and everything. Well done, mate. Well done. It's nice drive in the wet. Oh, look at this Tokyo drift. Absolutely. Then we had Slivisio coming in through second. I'm just so sorry. I'm trying to get these guys as they come through. There's Mr. Wolfdan. Look at the state of it. You can tell me. Holy shit. Okay, he's just having some fun there. There's Mr. Adept Loser in 13. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get to these guys as they cross the line, but the car selection method is bloody nightmare. So Mr. Ace Wolf here, he finishes in 4th. Hudson doing a little victory lap, as you do, a sideways victory lap by the looks of it. Look at this guy. Oh, look at this guy. What an animal. Uh-oh, whoopsie. Alright, let's have a quick... I know there's still guys on the track, and I know that the M2 drivers are still going. This might be the easiest way to actually get these guys as they cross the line. Yo, what was that? I don't know what that is. Oh, there's Mr. Wolfdan. Now here is Mr. Evil. He will be coming through for first place in the M2 category by the looks of it. Let's see if we can... Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Evil. I'm sorry. Oh, mate, I'm all over the shop. I'm all over the shop. I do apologise. Evil, well done, mate. Well done. First place in the M2 class. 5th overall. Well done. Mr. Mustard in 2nd, and Mr. Ginger Geo in 3rd. Oh, watch out for that Cthulhu, mate. He is a wildcat. Okay, we need to get a park ranger on the job ASAP with this guy over here. Absolute wildcat. And then we've got Mr. Woolley, oh, hello, Mr. Woolley, Mr. Scott there. So, race 1 ends with Hudson in first place. Well done, mate, as I've said. Well done. Mr. Slivisio in 2nd, Mr. Saki MP3 in 3rd, Mr. Ace Wolf in 4th. And then congratulations again to Evil. Well done, mate, on the first place for the M2 class, 5th overall. Mr. Mustard, well done in 2nd, and Mr. Ginger Geo rounding out the top 3 in the M2 class. And then we run down the order to Mr. Cthulhu, Wooly, Ronald Scott, Simon Shamian, Richard Scary, Adept Loser, and Luke in 14th, Mr. Gardner 77 in 15th, and Mr. Wolfdan rounding out our grid 5 laps behind the leader. So that was race 1. So the boys will be all warmed up. They'll sort of have, they got a little bit loose there, but we are going to dive straight into qualifying for race 2. I don't think the track conditions are going to change much, if at all. And we are going to see what happens here. Let's have a quick squiz at the timetables, because yeah, that was the total time. I don't know how these work, to be honest. If we look at the GT2s, yeah, 0.058, Mr. Saki. Good to see you in the chat there, mate. So I think once again we are going to have a qualifying with the first 8 minutes going to the GT2 drivers, and the second 8 minutes will be going to the M2 drivers, and we will get to see if anyone can beat Hudson, because man, he won by what, 5.5 seconds over Mr. Sly, who was in 2nd place last race. So let's see how that goes. I don't think I have Mr. Hudson here. I cannot get a word in with Mr. Hudson, I don't think. I do apologise. I would like to, but I cannot see him on my list here of people that I can raid and have a quick look at. Right, here we go, reset.
Just start.
Green
Go.
light, green light.
Qualifying
Go, go, go.
2, go. GT2 drivers, go. So, Mr. Slivisio is going to lead the charge for qualifying round number 2. Yeah, nice one, Mr. Hudson. That was a bloody brilliant drive, mate. 5.5 seconds up on old mate Senna. Nice one, mate. Bloody brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. There was a little bit wild that race, actually. There was a few little wild moments in there, but you managed to bloody hold on. I did notice on that final lap, though, you kind of came a bit unstuck in that third sector there, but you managed to hold on and win by 5.5 seconds. So well done, mate. Well done. You and Evil were both class winners for that last race. Now, currently we have Mr. Senna Vicio leading the charge on the outlap here for qualifying 2. And as you can see, the conditions have not changed one iota. It is extremely wet, and extremely wet. And I need to change this. Oh mate, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get my scenes correct, but I'm so invested in what I'm watching and the information that I'm trying to give out to you guys. I keep forgetting to change the scene like an absolute bozo. Right, I mean, I'm forgetting to do all sorts of stuff, but the main thing is the racing that we're getting to see is pretty bloody good, actually. Everyone's been keeping it on the black stuff for a majority, and yeah, there was only really the one incident. There was the one incident there. It was between Mr. R. Scott and Adept Loser, which was an unfortunate event, but I'm pretty sure it looked like Mr. R. Scott actually gave the place back to Adept Loser. But yeah, that was really the only sort of incident that we saw. There was lots of sliding. There was lots of getting wide, getting slippery on it. But there wasn't much in the way of incidents, and that was a very clean start to the race as well. That lap 1 was very clean. So what we might do here is I am going to jump. Oh, hello, game. Okay, game is just having a bit of a nightmare here. So here we go. So Mr. Hudson, he is out on track. He has just started his lap, so I think what we might do is we might just jump. Why don't we jump on board here? Let's jump on board here and see if we can't get a bit of a lap around Suzuka while I just grab a quick drink, because I am absolutely bloody parched after talking for, an hour straight. Excuse me. So enjoy a lap or half a lap round Suzuka with Mr. Hudson qualifying. Let's see if he can pull it out again and come first. We'll probably watch the end of this lap and maybe another lap. We'll see how we go. I will not be too long. Enjoy the lap. Enjoy the noise. I'll be right back. longer than I thought it was going to be. We are back. I didn't even have a drink either. I managed to just go to the loo. So we will crack open Dr. Pepper. As we can see, Mr. Hudson once again, provisional pole. What an absolute savage. He is absolutely dominating this race so far. I know that we've got a Mr. Sly Vicio hot on his heels. Thank you, Madeline, for the sub. I really appreciate it. I am very bad at thanking people for subscribing to the channel. I am a shocker on the rocker with that. So, Mr. Hudson, well done, mate. Well done again. Alright, who we got here? So, Mr. Sly, he is yet to set a valid lap. Is he? No. I don't think he is. Let's have a quick squiz at the timetable so I can see. No, he has set a lap. He is wow, look at that. Basically a second off. And he's got the BOP of a negative 21 kilos. So why isn't that helping? Unsure. So we'll just bring this because for some reason the external camera does not like to be as loud as the onboard cameras, so we are adjusting our audio settings as we go on the fly. A good movie actually on the fly. Right, so we have the M2s. They have just been released from the pits. Of course, the first 8 minutes was for the GT2s, and now we've got the M2s, and someone's already gone off onto the grass. I cannot see who was that. Cannot see who it was. Right. Anyway, so there's Mr. Saki. He is obviously allowed to finish his lap. I don't know why you would when it is an invalid lap. That is all good, mate. There is our pole sitter for the GT2 class, Mr. Sly. He is trying his best. He is trying. I mean, he's only a second on, so if he's able to gain a second somewhere, he could be in pole, but he is valid and he is giving up the ghost on that one. Thank you, Shamian, for the kind words. Hope the stream is entertaining at least. Speaking of Mr. Shamian, there he is in his Yoda-inspired delivery. Let's not get that wrong again. He seemed slightly wild about that. In the race, we managed to catch up with him. I'm trying to get my levels right. I do apologise if they're a bit all over the shop. I am trying my absolute best. Oh dear. That wasn't the best. It's, you know what we should, we should try and have a squiz with is, there he is, Mr. Mustard. So Mr. Mustard in the purple MCU universe inspired livery. He is number 277. He has a invalid 13-minute lap, which is probably not going to get him too far up the board. But hey, at least he's on track and he's doing his absolute best. You know? He's really trying. In fact, shall we have a bit of a chat with Mr. Mustard, eh? Let's jump back in with these boys and see if we are able to have a chat with Mr. Mustard.
And I'm gone. I've just invalidated my first lap, so nothing matters.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Mustard. Hey. I saw you just had a 13-minute lap. How was that?
It was amazing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's
a 13-minute lap.
Yes, you had 13 minutes on the board there, which was
fantastic. It's because
yeah.
I've been practicing. This is what it does when you join Nova Sport. You learn mad skills, and that's one of them. Measuring lap times by the calendar.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And I see now you're only 40 seconds into your subsequent lap and slightly invalid. What happened there?
Oh, I've got good teammates. What can I say?
Oh, I see. I understand.
You're welcome.
Say no more. Say no more.
That's okay. The next one hopefully will be okay. How are you doing, Bantus? Are you enjoying the stream?
Oh, mate, it's been bloody great actually.
Yeah.
It's almost been a Tokyo drift race, but no, it's just been great watching you boys out there in the wet. I was watching the end of the last race, and I wasn't sure. I mean, I definitely knew that you guys could do it on the fuel side of things, but I was wondering how those tyres were looking at the end of that 20 minutes.
Lap times are pretty consistent. There was some controversy early on in terms of like track limits and things like that. Not quite sure what the line was through the chicane. Don't know, maybe it'll come up in the replays. We'll
Yes.
see. But Evil thinks it was okay, but not so sure. Don't know. We'll see.
No, cool. Yeah, no, there were definitely a few close calls in that chicane because it was catching quite a few drivers out actually. I don't know if it was the braking line or what it was, but yeah, it was definitely a hurdle.
Yeah, no, it's been good fun. And these M2s, I've got to say, are heaps of fun to drive. Even in the wet, they are just the right amount of good time mixed between sort of, keeping them on a good line and get some fast times out of them. They're good fun.
Yeah, they're definitely looking a lot more stable than the GT2 crowd, that's for sure. They are a lot less squirrely out of the exits of pretty much every corner on track, I must admit. But no, your whole class are looking like you're having an absolute blast out there, I must admit.
Oh, no, I invalidated again. Oh, God damn it. All right, I've got one shot on the next lap.
Right.
That's okay.
I am going to leave you to it because you've got 2.5 minutes to get a valid lap in, so I will leave you
No worries.
to concentrate and get
Hopefully.
that time.
Hopefully I get it.
All
Good
right,
to
mate.
chat. Thanks, mate.
Good luck. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
See you. See you. All right, here he is, Mr. Mustard. Starting his invalid lap, he is absolutely giving it heaps. So, yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. He had a 2:32 on this previous lap. Let's have a look at the timetables, though. I mean, a 2:32 would be putting him up and around, sort of, I don't know, what's that, third, fourth, fifth, perhaps, up around there. Because if you've got Evil, well done, on the 2 minute 30, not quite as good as Ginger Geo with his 2 minutes and 29 second provisional pole lap. Going into race 2, we're in qualifying 2. So yeah, definitely some interesting times coming out here. As you might notice, we've got a lot of people that have not set any times. So that could be a result of the obvious conditions that are not too flash at the moment. But we will continue to watch Mr. Mustard, who very kindly allowed us to invalidate his previous lap by talking to us. So here he is, coming up to the generally fast in the dry left-hander. Some people can do that full throttle, some people lift, some people brake, or some people do what I do and completely go outside of track limits and invalidate the lap right at the end. There he is through the chicane. That looked a bit touch and go on the track limits there. But as we also heard from Evil, he was saying that the track limits weren't too bad on that chicane there. So he is now about to start what is going to be his final lap. As you can see, we're down to 15 seconds left in qualifying. Who else we got here? Speaking of Evil, here he is with a slightly second-hand looking BMW M2 there. What's he looking at? He's looking at a 230.1, which is pretty nice. Mr. Cthulhu in another second-hand looking BMW. Now,
I see you there, Saki. I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm probably not. I do apologise. Mr. Shamian. Back to Mr. Shamian. We've seen quite a bit of him. We can just move on. Luke. Haven't seen much of you, Luke. I do apologise. In your very 80s zinc-inspired livery there. I have memories of Mum putting that sort of colour zinc on my cheeks, especially at Saturday cricket. Saturday morning cricket, zinc. If you weren't wearing zinc, you were not cool. So, who else have we got here? Mr. Ginger Geo. So, here is our provisional pole sitter. At least last time that we looked at the timetable, he certainly was. Shall we see if the timetables have changed any? No, he's still up there with his 229.5. Evil has finally set a valid lap of a 2-minute 30.1, and Mr. Wolfdan coming in, rounding out the top 3 in the M2 class with a 2:33. Yeah, you're not going to do that with an 8:25, mate. Anyway, let's jump back on with Mr. Ginger Geo. Can he keep going? He didn't look like he was too far away. I mean, if someone pumps out a 29.575, they'll take provisional pole. But as we can see, not many laps set. Not many lap times set for that session there. Session has ended. So we have ended with Mr. 03 Hudson again on pole. Well done, mate. With a 2-minute 17.3, Mr. Sly Visio, Mr. Senna Visio with a second behind in second, Mr. Ginger Geo coming in third overall, top of the M2 class, Mr. Evil coming in second in the M2 class, Mr. Wolfdan coming third in the M2 class.
Alright, there's some rain in this session.
Mr. Shamian,
So watch out for
Mr.
slippery
Tulu,
curves
Mr.
and
Mustard,
the brake early.
Roger Scott, Saki MP3, who we might jump on board with because he looked like he was having a pretty exciting race last race, Mr. Adept Loser, Mr. Scary 68, Mr. Gardner 77, and Use the Force Luke, number 444, rounding out the field. So we will make sure that we jump on with Mr. Hudson for the race start. So this is it. This is race number 2 of 2. This is, I was going to say for all the marbles, but it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Although there are double points up for grabs this round, as far as I know. I think, maybe, don't quote me on it. Unsure. Thank you, Hudson. Well done again on your pole position start. Let's see if you can hold it for another 20 minutes and beat Mr. Senna Visio by 5.5 seconds, or will he do as he promised in race 1 and give you a Senna send-off in T1? We are about to find out in about 41 seconds. So at 30 seconds, the drivers are given the directive to hit drive, get the car started, get the engine warmed up, and then we'll be on our formation lap. That's the plan. Well, let's see how that pans out, mate. And good luck to you. So, the drivers will be given the instruction to hit drive. As you can see, is flashing on your top left of your screen there. 10 seconds to race start. So we will hit drive. And then what we do is we will hit drive again. And that sometimes clears the bug that doesn't give us the timings, although it may be a I don't know what that is. Anyway, here we go. Hudson leading them out again for the formation lap, getting those tyres nice and warm. I mean, I say warm, but I mean, yeah, I guess it is warm. I mean, I don't know how the warm tyre correlates to the track and the wetness. I don't know how that works. Holy, that would be a wild Wolfdan, absolutely sending it into the start of the formation lap. Good one. There we go. Okay, so shoot. There we go. Okay, so Mr. Hudson, here we go, leading them out. So we've got. I wish I could just like scroll through the names, you know, up and down. But anyway, that is an issue for me to deal with, not for you to worry about. Right. So formation lap. Hudson leading the charge. Mr. Sly Vizio in second. That was where he ended the last race, I must admit. Mr. Shamian, the Yoda inspired livery. Mr. Cthulhu. Now he was along with the MCU inspired livery. I misspoke earlier. I think I said that about Mustard's livery, but that's just a Nova Sport livery. I say just a Nova Sport livery, but you know what I mean. Right, who else we got here? We've got Evil. Mr. Luke. Bringing up the back of the pack for this formation lap. Mr. Wolfdan is all over the shop. It's only the formation. What's going on there, mate? Mr. Mustard, who kindly spoke to us. I think we might have put him off, and he invalidated the lap he was talking to us on, but that's okay. Mr. Ginger Gio, I'm the expert by track all over the keyboard. That's fine. I do apologise for the volume there. I'm really trying to keep on top of all of this at the moment. Oh, hello. We're all sort of having a bit of a slowdown here. Let's see if we can jump back to Hudson. Here we go, because we do not want to miss the start of the race at the front of the grid, obviously. So here we go, round the nice, easy left-hander up the hill. Very soon they will be given the command to go into double file and finish the formation lap. Mr. Wolfdad, bit of a menace there, formation lap. That's okay. Right, here we go. They are all being asked to go into double file. A little bit more tyre warming there. Oh, excuse me. Right, so everyone's probably trying to get into their start boxes and slightly overshooting their start box by the looks of it. So they're going to go through the chicane, come around the right-hander onto the straight, and then we will be off. I cannot believe the weather has not changed like at all. It's been an absolute torrent all afternoon, sorry. Here we go, slowing down. And then they will all be asked to hold 70 kilometres an hour. And then we can see the lights go out, and it will be race 2 will be on. Here we go, good luck gentlemen. Green, here we go, all right. Mr. Hudson leading them off from the start. Oh, it's all very, very wide at the back there. Mr. Sly, he is pushing around the outside at T1. Oh, keep it together, boys. Oh, Mr. Hudson just sliding outside of that, on the out of that corner. I don't know what I'm saying. Sly is right on his ass though. Look at this. He is pushing. I don't think he was too happy about that finish last race. So maybe he's giving it a good old red hot go. But Mr. Hudson, calm and collected, cool as you like. Now remember, they're all on cold tyres and it's wet. So the ABS will be up. The brake bias will be probably towards the front a bit more. And they are coming under the bridge now. So we've got Hudson, Sly and Saki. Your top 3 coming up to the hairpin. Can't see any yellow dots again. Oh, Mr. Saki. He just kind of didn't quite make the hairpin there. And now look at that gap already. What happened there, Mr. Vicio. What happened there, mate? So here we go. So we are coming around. I think it's Spoon. I've said it a few times tonight. I think it's called Spoon Corner. Not 100% sure. Yeah, up the hill. Up the hill we go. Onto sort of a back straight. Over the bridge. Over the crossover. Right here. And then around that. Oh, hello. Oh no, don't tell me. What happened there? I don't know what's happened there. Did Mr. Okay, game's just had a bit of a thing. Did someone disconnect? Maybe. Anyway, so Hudson leads our first lap with Sly very close behind, 1.6 seconds in fact. With Saki MP3 14.5 seconds behind. Oh Jesus Christ! I do apologise that I'm not getting my scenes correct. I'm just so invested in the race. Anyway, enough excuses. Let's have a look at the race start again, shall we? So it was a pretty tame start. Green. Here we go. All right. Relatively, Mr. Hudson leading them off. While I mean, look at all those cars. That's how they spread out like that. But Sly was really pushing. He was pushing that outside on that start though. Keep it together, boys. And there was a bit of touching going on there, Mr. Hudson. But yeah. All right, back to live pictures. Yeah, I mean, still, I had to say, still a very clean start though. It was a very clean start. So we've got our boys coming under the bridge, back up around to the hairpin here. Let's have a quick squiz. How are the M2 drivers? Oh dear, Mr. Gardner doing some gardening, obviously pulling some weeds out, cutting the grass, as you do. That's unfortunate, mate. Car doesn't look too bad though. Doesn't look too bad. I do notice that we have a wild wolf den in the pits. Just see what's going on with M2s here. They're all like struggling with their head in there. Remember, this is lap 2, so tyres will probably maybe still be a little bit cold. So a little bit of slippiness happening there, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. Look at these liveries though, they're bloody brilliant. I love it. Nice and bright. Nice bright liveries. That looks pretty sick actually. And they're all sort of different patterns too, which is quite nice. Mr. Wolfdan in the pits. What happened there, mate? I'm sorry I missed that. Actually, I wonder. Let's see if we can have a bit of a catch up with Mr. Wolfdan here and see what has happened with the M2, the number 8 M2. We'll see if we can get Mr. Wolfdan's take on it. G'day, Mr. Wolfdan. What's happened, buddy? You're in the pits.
Someone suggested that we should race some M2s.
Oh, I see.
This is the end result.
Are you repairing? Are you what's happening?
Oh, I'm repairing. Yeah.
Oh, good.
I might be here longer than the race though, because I kind of hit that wall flat out on 30 yards.
Wow.
So,
Yes, I did miss it. I'm sorry, but I didn't see that you're in the pit, so I thought we'll just check in and find out what's going on. But yeah, obviously some repairs. What's the repair time looking like?
I got another minute and a half, and I've already been lapped, so I guess I've been in here for about 3.5 minutes.
Oh dear. Well, hey, the main.
I've had worse.
Yes, I know. Look, the main thing is that you get back out, you finish the race, and we can all go home and have a beer and have a bit of a laugh about it.
Oh
But-
yeah.
Hopefully.
I'll save all the laughing until I get out of the car.
yeah. Well, until then, mate, just take it easy and try and survive out there because it's pretty bloody slippery and wet. Are your tyres heating up by lap 2 or 3? What's the tyres situation?
Mine are blue, but
Yeah.
normally when you're on the track, yeah, no, they're warming up good.
Right, not so much in the pits though.
No, they don't do so much shit.
No, fair enough. Right, I will leave you to it. I will get back to the race and good luck, mate.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Wolf down there. So he is obviously getting some repairs done because he hit a barrier at a rather hefty speed. So we will jump back into M2s here and just see what's going on. Mr. Scary. Ooh, a deep loser. And Mr. Shamian having a pretty good battle there. Let's see if I can completely miss that because of the way that you have to select drivers. No, we're good. Here we go. We've got ourselves a bit of a battle here, boys. Number 42, Mr. Adept Loser, and number 888 in the Yoda-inspired livery, not Golden Bellfrog, native to Queensland, I think it is. Yeah, so he's fallen back a wee bit, not by much. They were definitely having a bit of fun there. Definitely having a bit of fun back there. Gaps. I think we might just stay on this for a little bit, just see how it progresses, because I can see that Mr. Slyvicio is still a few seconds behind our leader, Mr. 03 Hudson. So we will just keep an eye on this. The gaps does seem to be getting a bit wider. It's up to 1.2 seconds at the moment. Ooh, a little bit sideways there. But let's keep it together. Let's keep it together. And they're going to go up to the right-hander. Just hit that apex and try and keep it on the track. That is a pretty difficult couple of corners there. Hey, that's a pretty cool shot. There's cars going across the bridge. Hey, that was pretty awesome. That was actually our leader that you saw flash across your screen there. Here we go. So let's try and just get to. So there's Mr. Hudson out in front, leading. Almost as you'd expect, it would seem. But I'll tell you what though, Mr. Senna Vicio is doing his bloody darndest to stay right there. I was going to say stay relevant, but that's not what I meant to say at all. Right, so we know what's going on there. I don't know why it just jumps to the second there and then it'll jump like 6 minutes. Anyway, Sly is hot on his tail, 1.7 seconds back from race leader Mr. Hudson, 4 laps in. We are pretty much at the halfway point of the race right now. What's going on here? We've got Cthulhu and Mustard here. Cthulhu chasing Mustard in the 295.
We are at the halfway
Here we
mark.
go, halfway into the
Keep
race. Thank you. I'm pretty sure I just said that, but thank you, game, for the update. Keep an eye on these guys though. They are absolutely having a good old. Oh, never mind. That's unfortunate, Mr. Cthulhu. That was an unfortunate mishap there. Let's see if we've got a replay of that, shall we?
We are at the halfway
Here we
mark.
go,
Keep
halfway into the
pushing.
race. Thank you. So, I'm just pretty sure I just said that. But thank you, game, for the update. Does not look. Keep an eye on these guys though. They absolutely. Here we go. So we thought it was on. We thought it was on, and then no. Oh, just a bit too wide. Never mind. Just a wee bit. Unfortunate, Mr. Cthulhu. That's all right though. So they are still going back to live pitches. So Mustard does seem to be pulling away a bit. He's got a 1.2, 1.3 second lead. Although a deep loser though, he is making a few inroads into this battle. Seventh, eighth. Nice little battle pack there. Now, I'm just noticing that there is some interesting things going on up the front here, if I'm allowed. We have got a decent battle here. Mr. Slivicio is oh, hello. Bit of a bum tap there from Mr. Slivicio. Maybe he has had enough, and he wants the win. He really does. So he is right on Mr. Hudson's tail. He is 0.4 of a second off. And he is pushing. He is really pushing. He's bringing out that inner centre. Here he is, Mr. Sly. Doing bloody well, mate. And that is pretty awesome. So I couldn't see that happening, but it seems like it may have waned slightly. He's now almost a second back. He was definitely pushing there for a minute though. Tell you what, we've got a yellow flag. Why is that? Got a yellow flag somewhere. I'm sorry, I cannot see it. So we've got Mr. Mustard. He's still putting in some decent, consistent laps there. And then right behind him we've got Mr. Ginger Geo, who was our provisional pole sitter for M2 class. With a very quick time. I think he did a 28 something, 585 it was, actually. So he is now in second, it would look like. Perhaps let's have a look at the timetables here. Who is doing what? So Hudson, we've got Sly, and this is not going to give me times. That's fine. Don't call it a timetable. You're not going to give me times. Thank you. Right. So halfway through, well, under halfway through now, we've got Hudson leading the race by about a second, 1.1 seconds over Mr. Slivicio in second. Mr. Saki MP3 in the Maserati GT2. He is a lap down, but that's okay. Mr. Roger Scott, he is in 4th place. Mr. Evil, he is in 5th place overall, but leading the M2s. He is leading the M2s in his red, black and blue livery, which is actually a pretty cool colour. I quite like that aqua colour there on that M2 with the red face, like an angry child. Right, then we have Mr. Ginger Geo. He is coming out in 6th place. We have Mr. Mustard, who we spoke to during qualifying. He is in 7th place. Mr. Cthulhu with the MCU inspired livery. I don't know what it means. Someone guessed it, but it was not I. Mr. Scary 68. He is in 9th position in a very cool, I mean, I would say a Pikachu inspired livery. The black and yellow and that kind of little lightning bolt on the side there. You know, little Pikachu tail there. That was a very close cut there. Mr. Shamian, Mr. Yoda inspired livery man. So really got quite upset when we said it was a golden tree frog. He rounds out our top 10 on track, and then we have Mr. Luke, use the force. Mr. Luke with the Saturday morning cricket zinc on the cheeks, inspired livery there. Mr. Adept Loser coming in 12th. Oh jeez, man. Mr. Gardner and Mr. Wolfdan. It looks like we've got a little bit of argy going on here. Has Sly taken it? I do apologise that we just missed that overtake from Sly, but well done, mate. Sly up into first. Oh, and he spun out. We kind of just caught the very end of that. Let's see if we get it in the replay. Mr. Gardner and Mr. Well, I mean, that's almost Hudson just argy going on here. Going for it. Let's see if we can catch it in the replay. Because he bloody had it there. Look, he absolutely bloody had it. And then because of the stupid way that this bloody game makes you choose drivers, you can see him spun in the background there. Damn, what an absolute bummer. Oh, he was pushing. All right, Mr. Hudson, you, my friend, have got a 10-second gap to Mr. Slipacio. And if he can make up 10 seconds in the next 3.5 minutes, that would be a bloody miracle. Here he is here, Mr. Sly, in the AMG. I myself am an AMG fan, definitely. But, God, it's unfortunate, and I do apologise to the broadcast for not catching that. Yeah, I was too busy bloody going over the damn the grid positions at the time, and I missed it. So I firstly missed the overtake, and then I missed the spin out by Mr. Slopus here. So I do apologise. I will attempt to get a bit more onto it for the final race of the series, which will be next Wednesday. I will promise to do better. So Mr. Slovacio trying to make up some time. It's not quite working for him though. Not quite working for him there. I'm just having a quick look. So next week, for those of you that would like to watch for next week, we are at Imola for a 45-minute sprint race at night. So nighttime race at Imola. That is going to be sick. And that is going to be race 3 of 3 for all the marbles. That is the all the marbles race, that's for sure. So Sly's obviously hit something, because that is a very second-hand looking AMG. I mean, it's probably, even in that state, would cost you a bloody arm and a leg.
Right, man. Neither is
But,
on the final
yeah,
lap.
Mr.
Give me the
Sly,
weekend.
what a bummer. Maybe we'll see if we can get a word with him after the race on what just happened there. So we've got Mr. Cthulhu here. He is still putting out those laps pretty consistently. Mr. Evil also putting out consistent laps coming up to the hairpin in the red-faced angry child livery. And then we have Luke, who is bringing up the back of the grid in the 444 highlighter Saturday morning cricket zinc application car. Who is that up there? Mr. Shamian. What is going on there? Can we find out what's going on with Mr. Shamian? Game, show me the car please. What's happened? Oh, okay, that doesn't look too flash at all. Mr. Shamian is very slow. I would say he has suffered a pretty good amount of damage from something. It looks like Mr. Wolfdan is going to be escorting him to the pits, maybe. I think he may be having a safety car type situation, perhaps. That is evolving here. Probably not within the rules of the race, but a very interesting situation developing here. He's walked in, buddy. Nearly. Oh, there it is. Oh no, Mr. Oh, they crashed. Oh my god. Oh, they crashed. No way. What the heck? That is unfortunate. Let's have a look at that again. So, I mean, it was all very nicey, wasn't it? It was all very not within the palatable to start with. And then what the hell happened? Did they just get too close? So you can see there Wolfdan is already saying to lose it on the corner, and then just there it is. Oh no, bam, right there. What a shame. And then there's a nice flat spot for you, mate. Right, and here we go, back to the live pictures of Wolfdan doing a very interesting. I would have to say that these two have more than likely given up the ghost on this race. So, oh, Mr. Gardner, geez, everyone's sort of coming a bit of a cropper at the end here. The race is over. I've got to try and find myself Mr. Hudson here. Did I miss the end of the race? Oh my god. Congratulations, Mr. Hudson. Jesus, I am a bad broadcaster, but Mr. Hudson took it out. I wonder why everyone was being so stupid, because the race was over and I was too invested in what the hell was going on to actually look at the time. I do apologise. Mr. Hudson, congratulations on that win. 2 on the trot, actually, is what it was. I mean, there's still some M2s out there, it would look like. So Mr. Hudson takes it out again. Well done, mate. Mr. Slyvicio again in second. Well done. And Saki bringing up the top 3 overall in the race. Mr. Richard Scott, Evil in first in the M2 class. Ginger Geo second, and Mustard rounding out the top 3 in the M2 class, with Scary, Cthulhu, Luke, Mr. Shamian and Wolfdan coming in last. And again, I apologise to all of those watching for not concentrating on what was actually happening in the race, but trying to figure out what those 2 clowns were doing. Obviously they had given up the race because the race was bloody well over. Jesus Christ. I am sorry. We completely missed Hudson crossing the line in first twice in a row. But I mean, you know, it's a bit of fun. It's not super duper serious. It's just a bit of off-season fun. So I do hope that those that were in the broadcast enjoyed the broadcast. We will see if admin allow me back after missing the end of the race in race 2. But yeah, that is going to be it for this week. The Suzuka Super Sprint in the wet with AXRL, and the off-season Double Trouble GT2 M2 multi-class racing series. This was race 2 of 3. Join us next week for the final race at Imola at night, which is certainly going to bring out a lot of interesting strategies, especially with tyres and fuel for these drivers. And we will also give you an update on the standings as well for right before the start of that race. So again, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Yeah, I do appreciate all you boys that are in the chat. All the viewers, even if you're just skipping through to see what the hell's going on, I do very much appreciate it. Hopefully admin will have me back next week, and we'll see if we can get a few other drivers on stream. I hope you enjoyed getting a bit of an insight into the drivers' minds throughout that race. And yeah, we will be back next week, more than likely, hopefully. I appreciate everybody that was in the stream and in the race. Thank you very much, and I will see you, well, I won't see you, but I will definitely talk to you hopefully next week. Good evening.